whether she's running her mobile bar for weddings or corporate gatherings, teaching a mixology class, conducting a tasting event, or working her magic behind one of the local bars in the Charlotte and Lake Norman areas. Her style, enthusiasm, and knowledge are unmatched. On today's episode, we are thrilled to have Dana, the Olde Fashionista, guiding our whiskey journey. The Olde Fashionista will help two of our regulars, Becky and Danielle, further their whiskey knowledge. The ladies will be sampling 3 unique whiskeys: a bourbon from North Carolina, a Tennessee rye, and a true Grandad bourbon from Kentucky, distilled in 1957 and bottled in 1962.
Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're at 158 on Main in downtown Mooresville. We came to try some allocated whiskey. They have a great collection of spirits you won't get anywhere else. I'm Dana, or the Olde Fashionista. I make drinks in this town and have been in this town for many years, and it's my favorite place to be. This first whiskey we're trying is a 7 jars limited edition. It's an Ava Gardner bottle. This is from the first release. See, we have our 4 glasses ready to go. But before we do that, we're going to learn how to taste whiskey and prepare ourselves for the perfect sip.
Join our Patreon for more beautiful hosts. Patreon.com/whiskeyscapades.
All right, let's grab our glasses. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to pay attention to its color. The darker the bourbon or whiskey, it kind of signifies its age and how it was barreled or how long it was barreled. So darker typically means it's spent more time in the barrel. It's going to have a lot more flavors than something that isn't aged as long. So what we're going to do is we're going to swirl, we're going to blow into the glass to blow away some of the alcohol, and then we're going to open our mouth and inhale through our nose and smell it. So it doesn't burn your nose because you blew the alcohol off. And we open our mouth so that, the air kind of flows all the way through our sinuses. All right, so let's try it again. Let's see if we smell something different. Blow. Now, I actually think that smells kind of nutty.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I agree.
And I kind of get a sweetness from it that I don't get when
Not overly sweet.
it's just a bunch of alcohol in my face.
Yeah.
All right, so for the first sip, we are going to basically prepare our taste buds and our palate for what is about to happen. So we're going to take a teeny weeny little sip, and we're going to do the Kentucky chew. We're going to swish it all through our cheeks, under our tongue, behind our lips, and then we're going to swallow it. You ready? It's going to burn, but burn so good. Just a little. All right, that hurt. My tongue is still burning.
Yeah.
So the 7 jars is 101 proof. So it's a high proof. Packs a strong punch.
Yeah.
The reason they made this an Ava Gardner bottle is because she was a huge whiskey enthusiast back in the day. And she has this trust, this foundation that helps talent and entertainment live on in her wake. And so they partnered with her legacy to make this bottle. All right.
Still.
And it's a gorgeous bottle. They've only had 2 releases. They only made 3,600 of this bottle.
Okay. Wow.
I feel like this bottle has probably been here for 3 or 4 years because nobody knows that it's here.
Wow.
7 Jars is in Charlotte, North Carolina. So it's a local spirit, which I love. Support local.
Yes. Absolutely.
Small business. All right, you ready for a sip too? It's not going to hurt as much.
Okay.
All right. So give her a little swirl.
Okay.
Let's smell it one more time. We're going to blow and then inhale with our mouth open. Okay, that time I got more spice than nuts. So let's taste a little sip.
Yeah. Okay.
And that didn't burn at all. compared to the first time. But I'm noticing the finish. So as it's like already gone down my throat, the back of my tongue and the back of my throat is tingling.
Yes, but it doesn't burn like it did.
No. So that's what they mean when they say finish. Bourbon has a finish. So this is a longer finish because instead of just disappearing, we're like, whoa, why are you still here?
Right, it's like bumbling along the road.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so for the next sip, we're going to add a single drop of water. Water opens up the whiskey. It's crazy how much you're going to taste with the water. We just do a single drop because we're not trying to dilute it. Just open it up a little bit. All right, give her a little swirl. We don't need a sniffer. We'll just go in for the kill. All right. Okay, I feel like it tasted completely different that time.
Yeah.
But I tasted it in different places. It's not like it was a different whiskey, but it's like...
The aroma is different.
Yeah. Because different parts of your tongue are picking up different things.
Yeah.
For me, I felt like I tasted it wider, like further across. Yeah. The back of my tongue, which is crazy. Yeah. It doesn't. All right. We're going to finish this bad boy up. We're going to add another drop of water. All right, swirl, and then let's take it for the team. Let's go. Cheers. Okay, so that was the best sip, I thought, by far.
Yeah.
The water really lightens it up, but not too much. What'd you think?
Dana, aka Cat Snap, is also the lead singer for Honey and Hustle, an original R&B/blues rock band who draws inspiration from legends like Steve Winwood, Tedeschi Trucks, Chicago, and Amy Winehouse. They masterfully blend the soul-stirring essence of R&B with the gritty edge of blues rock.
Came in like a storm, wild hearts ablaze, with a voice like gravel, called out my name. Winds of desire, getting blown away. Feel the power, play a dangerous game.
Next one is a George Dickel collaboration blend. It is a blend of George Dickel rye and the Leopold Brothers 3-chamber copper still rye. Fun story about this. The Leopold Brothers found old historic writings and schematics about this 3-column copper still that had never been made. So they got someone to make them a 3-column copper still. The person who made it was like, listen, I'll make this for you, but I will not insure this for you because I don't know how it's going to go. It is currently the only 3-chamber copper still in the world. It is still producing like a boss. It doesn't produce as much, so it's very, very special when you get to have a bottle of this Leopold series or anything from the Leopold Brothers. It is 100 proof, so it's going to be hot. It's supposed to taste like rye in the pre-Prohibition era. So this is going to be taking us back in time. But first, let's all put our hands on the Dickel. I just want to touch, oh yeah, that's so nice. Feel the Dickel beneath your hands. Good Dickel, good Dickel. That is a nice Dickel. All right. So the first taste, we're going to give it a swirl. We're going to blow and smell with our mouth open just so we can try and taste it. I feel like that one isn't as rich on the nose as the last one was. All right, we're going to take the first tiny sip and we're going to burn the hole inside of our mouth in the best possible way. Okay. You ready? Kentucky Chew. Let's go. All right. The first sip is meant to shock you. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
So differently shocking, right?
Yeah.
So this one, when I hit the back of my mouth, it kind of like spread. Yeah.
I feel like this is where the whistle was invented.
Yeah.
It's like your whole mouth. Like,
This is probably where the whistle was invented. Okay.
yeah.
So now for the second sip,
Like,
it's not supposed to hurt like the first one did. We should be ready for this one.
should.
They're all 100 proof, so we're going to be a little drunk.
Let's roll with it.
All right, number 2. Cheers. Let's pay attention to the finish. Let's see how long it stays with us after we swallow it. I like that one better than the first one, obviously.
Yeah.
Never trust your first sip of anything in your life. Always give it 2 or 3. Always. Even if it's a margarita or, give it 2 or 3 sips. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is a lot of spice. So rye is super spicy.
But a lot smoother.
It is a lot smoother.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
like
a lot
a-
smoother. A whole lot
Yeah.
smoother. Yes.
A cinnamon, like almost like a baking spice element.
Yeah.
All right.
Like just a little bit of a. Make it great. Yeah, but like banana sauce.
I bet that'd be great in a whiskey sour, right? Because it's got
Just enough.
lemon juice and a little bit of sugar and then a little egg white, and it would probably still stand up to the ingredients. All right, let's add our water. We're going to add a single drop. Thank you. It's getting noisy in here. This local craft cocktail bar is a very popular place. Make sure that you come. You won't regret it. It's beautiful. It has an amazing sound system. Live music all the time. I'm a fan. All right, cheers again. Okay,
Spicy again.
spicy again?
Very caramel.
Yes, it gave me like a burnt sugar. Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Interesting how the water did that. And I feel like the finish is not as long as this one was.
Yeah.
It disappears sooner.
It's like
All right, we're going to add another drop of water. And then we're going to toss her back.
scoop.
Last cheers of this Leopold series. Let's go. Ooh,
Even more fiery.
it is getting like cinnamon fire. Like it's like a cinnamon fire.
Yes.
Like a red hot.
Yes. Like, yeah.
Mm,
I like that double one I just did.
I like it with the water.
It's like waves.
Should always add a little drop of agua. You can get some Kentucky branch water. That's the one. It's got that limestone in the water from Kentucky. They sell them on Amazon. Go get yours. And find yourself some dropper bottles.
Little pipettes. Just a drop. Just a drop. Yeah.
All right. We have one more.
Dana also performs as half of the duo Rose and Thorn. They can be found playing somewhere in the Lake Norman area near Charlotte, North Carolina, almost every weekend.
All right, time for number 3 of the evening. This is the oldest, wisest, most mature bottle of the night. This old granddad, 5-year, is distilled in 1957. Was bottled in 1962. It is from Frankfort, Kentucky. It is bottled in bond, which means it is 100 proof. We have never tasted something this old. Oh! All right. Okay, so let's swirl and smell this one. So we're going to blow out the alcohol, open our mouth, and inhale. Okay, that is the sweetest smelling one of them all.
Yes.
Kind of like syrup. It's like a syrupy element to it. Okay, so first one's going to burn. Listen, Linda. Woo! Ooh. Although it is similarly proofed, these are all like 100 proof. It's a 101. That one doesn't feel as hot as those That's those were?
Yeah.
Or maybe our palates are just dying. Yeah, they're toasted, for sure. Since this is an old boy, let's add our water to this very next sip before we go any farther.
Old daddy needs to
Let's open him up. He's been in the bottle for a really long time. You know, so the original Old Granddad was Basil Hayden. And, you know, we all know and love Basil Hayden products. This is an OG Basil Hayden product. They built the original distillery in 1899. That's so fucking long ago. Jesus Christ. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To the oldest whiskey to ever touch our lips. Okay, so that's kind of like.
Oh, that was better.
Yeah, because we like
better.
Pralin,
I like it like that.
yeah,
It's much better.
like a sweet nuts.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
Sweet notes.
Oh, they're sweet. They are toast.
All right, one more drop.
Okay, do it.
For the end.
Let's go.
One more drop
Yeah.
for the end. Get your old granddad, 1957, for a little
Sweet
taste
nuts.
of sweet nuts.
Worth every huge.
All right, let's go. Age before beauty. The whiskey. Listen, I liked my second sip.
I like it, but there's a little bit of sweet nuts.
Yeah,
because that was like nuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was not as much sweet nuts as I was
That
thinking.
was like a more. Yeah, no.
It had a lot of oak, so it kind of.
Yeah, that's too much.
My third sip was not my favorite.
Second was the best. Yeah.
Second sip was so good.
Granddad was just a touch of water is much better.
Listen, you should simmer down, Granddad. Simmer down.
He's aged too much.
Maybe not quite yet perfection.
With a little bit of water. Stuck in his face.
So of the three, what was your favorite?
Man. I'm gonna say old Granddad. I don't know.
Listen.
I think I like
So when you're out at your local ABC, for the 7 Jars Distillery, limited release Ava Gardner bottle, the Dickel 3-column still Leopold Brothers Leopold collaboration series, and you'll probably never see a 1957 Old Granddad, but keep your eyes open. If you do, put her away for a better time.
Few people had more impact on motion pictures than Ava Gardner. Beautiful, fiercely independent, and an avid whiskey drinker, she was definitely a woman ahead of her time. This 101 proof bourbon features an image of Ava from her breakout role as Kitty Collins in the 1946 classic, The Killers. She went on to appear in over 60 films and became synonymous with the term femme fatale. Each bottle is carefully filled and packaged in a single box. They will only produce 3,600 bottles of this release. It is sure to become a collector's item. The bourbon is aged over 5 years and is exceptional in quality, aroma, and flavor. Make sure to get your bottle before they are all gone. George Dickel has teamed up with the Leopold brothers to produce an innovative rye whiskey offering. The release blends George Dickel's column still rye produced at Cascade Hollow Distillery with Leopold brothers 3-chamber rye to recreate a historic style. This union between column distilled rye and 3-chamber distilled rye turns back the hands of time, returning to an era that saw heavy-bodied rye whiskey served at bars and saloons throughout America. The Hayden family first produced Old Granddad bourbon, starting in 1840 as part of their new commercial distillery, and is named for Basil Hayden Sr. This whiskey has been in production since that time, despite several changes of ownership. This sampling was produced 30 years before the brand was bought by Jim Beam.